Hello, everyone. Well, we are still in our Tai Chi toolkit adventure and learning Grasp the Bird's Tail in the midst of section 1. And so today we're going to do something that's a little different. Grasp the Bird's Tail, I'm going to show it to you in a minute. Grasp the Bird's Tail has 4 or 5 moves. It always has a ward off, it always has a roll back, it always has a press, it always has a push. Sometimes it has 2 ward offs. And these are really important, very basic energies that are used in Tai Chi. And Grasp the Bird's Tail is actually a signature movement in Yang Family Tai Chi. If you see it, it's probably a Yang style form. So it's very important to learn it, and it occurs several times in the long form, and that means that when you learn it for the first time, you kind of really want to learn it, right? Because you're going to get to it again and again and again. It's also a really ideal place once you're past the first moves, the first few moves, which are kind of like, oh my gosh, what's happening, right? If you're new. Once you're past that, it's actually not that hard. What we're going to do today, I'm going to show you the whole thing, and then we are going to do something a little different. We're going to take out 2 moves in the middle of Grasp the Bird's Tail. We're just, because we haven't done them yet, we're going to take it out, and we are going to learn the last movement, which is push. And the reason we're going to do that is because push allows us to start connecting our legs to the floor. It starts letting us feel, I mean, most people have pushed things before, so it's going to let us feel the energy that we all know we can get when we try to push a cart or a heavy cart or a car that's stuck in the mud, and everybody gets behind it and pushes it. So that we can start feeling the connection between our feet on the ground and how this energy can travel through our body. And we can do it in really one of the most simplest ways. And how to be really grounded. And how to shift back and forth. All of these skills need to be in our Tai Chi toolkits as we continue our learning. And all of these skills very, very much are going to be needed in our next 2 moves, which are roll back and press. So we're just going to skip over them. And it turns out it's practically designed for that purpose. I mean, it wasn't designed for that purpose, but when I want to use it that way, it works. So as far as I'm concerned, it was designed for that purpose. So, but before we get there, let's warm up with what we already know, and let's just do it around the clock. And we still have time for questions if anyone has questions. I know Nancy was here last week and took a lot of your questions. So if you have more, that's fine too on what we've done so far. So let's start here in prepare. Get yourself very centered and grounded. Those knees should be unlocked. Your head lifting up, put that vacuum above your head, or that golden cord gently, gently, gently lifting your head, taking the weight off of your shoulders. Wouldn't that be nice? Your shoulders are just hanging down. Long necks. Just feel like your lower body is very heavy and grounded, and your upper body is very, very light. And we're going to do opening. Arms coming up and pushing down. Left ward off. Over to the right, all our weight to the right. Push that button close, step, and left ward off, lifting that bird. Right ward off, shifting, turning, close, step, and raise that bird. Let's do it from here, which will allow you to see a little bit more. Prepare, run through your list. And opening. Arms coming up. Pushing down. Left ward off. Push that button. Close, step. Lift your bird. Right ward off. Shifting back. Turning to the right. All our weight left. Close, step. And raise the small bird. Let's do that one again. From prepare, opening, still feeling very tall, and push that button as you shift right, close step, raise that bird. Right ward off, shifting right, turning right, all our weight left, close step, lift your bird, ward off right. Now, I know this may be hard, but we are going to do it this direction. We're going to do this actually around the clock. So from this direction, when you're doing right ward off, you're going to be turning away from me. All right. So from prepare, opening, pushing down, right ward off, opening to the right, all our weight right, close step, left ward off. Nice. All right. Right ward off, shift to the right, turn to the right, all your weight left, grab, pull with that left hand and close step, and raise that bird on your right hand. Nice. All right, let's try that one more time. I know it's a lot of brain food. It allows me to see you though, which is really lovely. All right. Opening. Left ward off, shifting left, turning out to the right, all our weight right, close step, and lift that giant bird on your hand. And right ward off, shift right, turn right, all our weight to the left, close step, lift a small bird. All right. Now I want you to start. It's time. We haven't gone all the way around the clock yet. You're going to do your opening. This will allow me to watch you, right? Where you're going to do your opening. Don't worry, because then you're going to turn to the right. And as soon as you start to turn, you're going to see me out of the corner of your right eye. So it isn't going to be as hard as you think, because you know how to do opening. And you know how to do the beginning of a left ward off. So it'll be all right. It'll be all right. So facing away, away from the screen, and opening. Nice. Left ward off. You're going to shift a little left, turn out to the right, all your weight to the right, and push that button as you bend that knee. Then close step and shift your weight forward and turn. There you go. That arm should be straight. This other hand should be down. Here. There you go. There you go. All right. And right ward off. We're going to shift to our right leg. Turn another 45 degrees to the right. All our weight on our left leg. Grab, pull with that left hand. Close step and raise that bird on your right hand. All right, let's try it again from 12 o'clock. So you're gonna, from 6 o'clock, yeah, you're gonna turn around. Yeah, sounds good. Eric, I know this is not your favorite. All right, and prepare. Opening. Those arms floating up and pushing down. Left ward off, little shift to the left, turning out that right foot and your hips, all our weight to the right, closing our arms and stepping with that left foot, then heel ball toe with that left foot, turn to the right, and you're gonna look at the next wall. All right, that left hand is up, that right hand is down. That left hand is a little tipped, kind of like it was catching sunbeams in your palm. Nice. All right. So let's go have questions about that. Or you folks could show me from your favorite angle if you think you can. So let's, do you have any questions about that? Or my personal electronic device is making noises over there. I don't know if you heard. All right, let's take it apart one move at a time, and just so that I can give some feedback to everybody. Okay, so let's do opening from here, because I can watch you all as well. So you can be wherever you want to be to do opening. Be and prepare. And opening, your arms coming up and coming down. And let's do that one more time when we're done. All right. And arms coming up and down. And one more time. Arms coming up and down. Nice. All right. I'm looking at everyone and it's looking good. That's what took so long. All right. So make sure those arms are Tai Chi straight. What's Tai Chi straight? It's not straight like this, right? But it's also not really bent like this. So make sure those arms just go up and down. And everybody's doing a really lovely job of, by this point, having this kind of curve, because you do this first, right? And then this, and then this. And when you're done, you're pushing down until you can't push anymore. So that's what I want you to think of. You're pushing down like you're holding that ball in the water, and you're pushing down until you can't push anymore, right? That's my tip for you. So they don't come to here. They're just to here. And I think everybody's doing a good job of that, right? All right, so let's do left word off. I'll see the end of it with you. So opening, we'll just do opening so that we can get there. It's easier that way. And then we're going to shift to the left, little turn out to the right, all our weight to the right, press the button, close step, and turning, shifting our weight. And there we are. Let me look at those final positions. So Erica, you want your arm a little straighter. See how my arm is straighter? Yeah, just a little straighter, kind of a little straighter. You got a bird on there, and I realize if it's really heavy, you might do it this way, but you know, it's just like that. Yeah, I think everybody else has got that. And I am seeing people, let's look at your, I want you to feel your own body here. Okay, this is the position. Where can I get so that you can really see the, I'm going to show you this way, but you're just going to have to look at me for a moment, right? That final position is like this, and it's hard for me to tell. So this is one way to see it, right? One way to see that final position. So you're here. You turn your upper body is absolutely straight and centered. It's absolutely straight and centered. And it's turned fairly far. And I can't tell if it's people's cameras because a lot of the cameras distort. But make sure you're not doing like this. Make sure you are centered. Like do an earthquake thing for a minute. Do an earthquake thing in your bow step. Put your arm up, put your hand down. And yeah, oh, this looks much better. People look centered, heads up, yeah. Make sure you're not too much. It's hard to tell. Tia, you may be a little much on your left foot. Like, are you centered with the same amount of weight almost on both feet? It's a little more weight on your left. Just make sure that your left foot, it doesn't get like this. And it's probably your camera that's making it look. You see my left foot, how it kind of looks like it's too far, and it may just be the camera angle here. Oh, I can look in another camera angle and it looks fine. So maybe there's no problem. Maybe there's no problem. Okay, so that's your final position. So when you do it, you want to make sure that you're straight up, and this arm is pretty straight. It's straighter than any arm you'll ever have in the rest of the form, just about. Nice. Oh, Erica, that is so much better. And you know what Erica has? She has this little bit of a, you see how my arm is not just like this? It's like this. And she has that little curve, that little tilt, like the sunbeams could hit. It's not really 45, but you know, there's a little bit of a tilt. And the reason for that is that what we're doing in this movement is we are, you know, we got somebody else's arm here and there's a bone. And if we kind of tilt this and put their arm again, put their elbow against our bone, right? It's a very effective way to control them. Yeah. Elge, that looks really nice. It looks very nice. So I think you've got that. Terrific. Now, everybody knows how to get there. Let's make sure. All right, let's make sure. So we're gonna do it from here. And I'm gonna try to stop and look at you, okay? So I'm gonna get you started, and then I'm gonna just see if I can look at you so I can see you do it. So we're going to just prepare and go through opening. So do opening, there you go, do opening, and now do left board off. So you're going to shift, you're going to turn over, yes, all your weight to the right, and then push a button, and then, yeah, almost, there you go, almost. Yeah, let me do it with you for a moment. Make sure we can get this one. All right, so from here, all the way, almost at the bottom, right? That's what Nancy would say. We'll shift a little to the left and we'll just swing out to the right. Then stand on that right leg, push a button, close step. So our right hand is sort of near our left. It's out, but it's kind of on our left side. Yeah, yeah. And then here, as we finish. So let me do that with you one more time. All right. From here, we're going up and we're going to come back down into, there we go, into opening. So we just shift a little bit to the left and then we're going to turn out to the right. Nice. All our weight to the right, sink and press a button. Got it. Close and step. So we close our arms, which means they switch sides with your arms. I think you've done that. And then put your heel down for your step. And then we're just going to go heel, ball, toe, and move into our bow step so that our front leg is bent and our back leg is. And if you were facing the same way as I am, your fingers will point towards your screen. And you'll be looking at the screen. So yeah, that's good correction. One more time. This is the hardest one, I think. This is the hardest one. It took me a long time. All right, so from the bottom, when our hands are down, we've pushed down. Little shift to the left, turn out to the right, all our weight to the right, sink, press that button. All your weight is to the right. So you pick up your left foot and your arms switch sides now. Nice. And then, yes, move. There you go. There you go. One more time to just make sure it's there. Remember, it's going to point right towards the screen. All right. So from here, we're going to turn out. We're going to our swing right, all our weight to the right, and sink and press a button. Then close step and move forward. And your fingers should be pointing right towards the screen. Are you feeling stable? All right. There we go. Tom, I'm going to mute you just in the just for a moment because I was hearing background noise. All right. We have someone coming in. All right. Any questions right now on that one? All right. Let's just make sure we have the next one where we want it. So I think that's easiest done here. So we're in a left bow step. And this is where we just finished. We've just moved ourselves around the clock a little bit. All right, left hand's up here, right hand's down by your hip. But you're in like a bow step this way. Okay, we're gonna shift our weight on. We're not all the way onto our right foot. We're just gonna bend our back leg so we can get our weight in our heel. We're gonna turn till our feet are parallel, turn to the right. And then We're going to do that grab pull move with our left hand. We're going to put our palm out, rotate our arm, and shift our weight. When our weight is all the way to the left, we close our arms in step, and then heel, ball, toe, bend knee as we raise that small bird. Nice. Now, let me show you how far my arms are apart here. 1 fist's distance from here. So that's technically what it is. So when you're finished, you know, your arm's going to be in front of your body, and your right arm is going to be in front of your body, and your left arm is here. So that's just a tip for folks. From here, we're shifting to the right so that we can turn on our heel to the right. All our weight goes to the left, and we grab and pull. All our weight's to the left now. Everything comes to center, and then we finish that closed step, going out for a right bow step. Heel, ball, toe, raise that bird. And we're open, not as far as we were before, but we're open to the corner with our torso, with our chest. So this arm in the end looks like this to that wall, right? Right. So our right arm, it's like if you're going the same direction that I am. That's right. So right arm's here and left arm's here. It's looking good. Now let's check one more thing from here. This is one of the hardest ways to get there. I mean, the hardest things for people to learn. We're gonna shift our weight to the right. As we do, we're gonna just turn to the right, and we turn until our feet are parallel. So they're going towards the corner. Nice, everybody. Now, this left arm is going to rotate. It's going to rotate like you had paint on your little finger and you're putting it on a wall as you rotate your sort of palm, you know, as you rotate your forearm. And you do that and pull. You have the sense of pulling out, like you're connecting with somebody. And then everything comes to center. It's like the switch again, right? You come to close, but then your foot goes out, and you're gonna move forward and raise that bird. All right. All right. How's that feeling? Better? It's looking better. Don't worry. Remember, you're going to come upon grasp the bird's tail many times, and it is something that you can ask questions about all the time. Tia, do you have a question? I'm not Tia, Gail.
When we end, does our body face the corner, or?
It's to the corner, but it isn't. You mean our torso?
Yes.
Good, wonderful question. It is turned. So it is not like this. It is like this. Okay? So it is not looked at this way. You know, let's see. I guess you want to, it's going to be in this direction most of the time, right? Let's see. Yeah, because then you can look that way. So when you're this way, it's not like this. You see that? It's not my chest square. My chest is open, but it is open, and your right elbow, while we're there, your right elbow, do you see how my right elbow is above my right knee? Then you know that you're in the right position. And you can see from my back that it's turned, right? It's easier to see my back being turned, right? So, so I'm open to the corner. It isn't, it, if you're a fist distance away, it can be, you can be open to the corner. You can feel very spread, but you're not going to be open as far as you were when you were straight up on left ward off. That's past the corner. So, so you're there.
And
Yeah.
is your body straight up or is it?
No, your body in this case, right. Your body is in the normal, here, it's going to be easier back here to see. You see, your body is not straight up. And it is open. It is open, right? It's not like this. It's like this, right? But it's not like this, which is even more open, right? Because you can tuck this. See, you would use this if you were doing, you know, something else. So, all right. So we're going to go on. For those of you who came in a little after I said this, we are going to skip the next two moves and we are going to learn push because push is going to help us get used to okay. Tom, for some reason you have two microphones going, I think, in your space. I'm not sure how that's happening. So, but if you have a question, go right ahead and ask it.
No, I don't know what's going on with the microphone. I'll leave it off. I just wanted to say sorry we came in late. We couldn't find the link, but we got it now.
Oh, good. Yeah, I didn't hear an echo then, so I guess it's okay. All right. Thank you, Tom. All right, so push. We're gonna learn push next. And it turns out that, so first I would like everybody to push. So what I want you to do, yeah, exactly, Tia, exactly. Yes, exactly. I want you to do sort of a classic. I'm pushing that heavy cart with my luggage all over it and the wheels are stuck, or the car in the mud. Yes, Helge, yes, exactly. So take a foot, put it forward, be in a bow step. We know our bow steps, right? Be in a bow step doing it, because you'll find out that's a really good step to do it in. And get that cart in front of you, or get that car in front of you. And I want you to, I don't care which foot's forward, I want you to really imagine trying to push it. Maybe there's 2 or 3 of you pushing it, and you're like, how does your body feel when you're getting ready to push it? And then give a push. What does your body do? So just feel that. Feel. Now, this is not light. I see a few people going, right? No, I want you to be working to get a car out of the mud, or with somebody else. You know, you're going to say 1, 2, 3, push, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, push, right? And you want it to go that way, and you actually want it to go up a little bit because it's stuck in the mud. So push, your arms are going to go up. The reason I'm inviting you to actually really imagine doing it is because in Tai Chi, one of the things that we do is we actually push with our leg our back leg down into the ground, right? So see if you're doing that. When you're pushing, you feel that? I mean, it's an action reaction thing. For those of you who are science folks, you know, you're pushing down and you get a reaction out. And then if you can just really let your body imagine doing it, I know that's hard sometimes, you may really feel a connection in your body, a connection between the ground. Yeah, nice scale. Like, how would you do it? Nice, Hilke. Yeah, it's getting better. Now remember, you've got your hands on something. So your hands are probably going to be like this. We're not going to be pushing on the top of it. We're going to be pushing on the side or the back of it. Nice. Oh, yes. Erica, nice. Yes, everybody's got it nice. Yes. Okay. So the actual move is like this, but the next time you have an opportunity without hurting yourself, the next time you have the opportunity to sort of push something heavy-ish, like I moved my couch in order to teach here, right? It's on wheels, don't worry. But I have to give a shove, you know, I have to kind of get behind it and give a shove. So the next time you have something that you have to give a shove, or if you can find something, feel what it feels like in your body. Notice what your legs are doing and your lower body is doing. Notice that connection between your lower body, because what actually happens is your lower body is, especially your back leg, is going to be very connected. They're both connected to the ground, but your lower body, your back leg is going to be pushing down. It's going to push down, and then you're going to get this reaction. It's kind of an action reaction, like in physics. This reaction of your body wanting to what? Go up. So, and out. And what's going to happen is that reaction energy is going to be able to come up your leg, and at the center of you, it's going to be able to be directed. And in this case, directed out into your arms, because we have such an amazing body that it can do that. So that is essential to Tai Chi, that we are always moving the energy from our legs into our upper body. All right. And notice when you're doing it and you're practicing it, notice that you're shifting back. I didn't tell you to do that, but you're doing that all the time. So go and do it again. I want you to notice it's a small movement, actually. You're shifting and pushing up and pushing, right? So you get yourself back and you're back, right? And then you push down and straighten that back leg. It's never completely straight. It's always got like a little bit of a bend, because you don't want to be locked. So see if you can feel the straightening of your back leg, and the fact that if your hands were out here and someone was pushing the cart towards you and you were just following it, and then you put your hands on it and you pushed it out. Nice. Now you've got to be in your bow step. So if you've lost your bow step, so we're going to go into shifting a little more in a minute, but let me teach you what let me teach you this move, push. So this is what push looks like in the form. let's do it this way. Then you can see it better. I'm in a right bow step. We'll go through this part later. My arms come out here like a lot of you were doing. My arms come out as if I was putting my arms on top of this cart that was about this high. And then somebody pushed it gently towards me, and my elbows came in. And it has kind of an edge on it that is rounded. So my arms come down here to get ready to push. And look at how now my back leg is more bent because I've come back with it. I've bent my back leg a little bit, and then I push up the diagonal. And that's the movement. So from here, we shift back, sort of over a garage door, like, and then up the diagonal. Nice. Put your hands on top of that cart in your bow step. Shift back over that like garage door part of it, and then up the diagonal. Feel the push. Feel the push with your leg. One more time. Back over the garage door, up the diagonal. Back over the garage door, up the diagonal. Isn't that a lot like you just push? Oh, nice garage door, Erica. Now, when you go up the diagonal, you are going straight. So think about it, especially given that it's a martial art. If we were going, trying to remember where, yeah, I should do it this way. So if we are, if we're doing a martial art, we're giving way to somebody here who's coming into us. And then you're gonna push with the palm of your hand. And you are gonna use all of this energy that you're getting from pushing and straightening that back leg. And you want that energy to go in a straight line right into that other person or into that heavy cart or car. You don't want to have it wobbling around as you go. So your hands come down over the garage door or over a ball or whatever, and then they go absolutely up the diagonal. You see how they went just like straight up when they go. Nice, 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 everybody. All right, so that's what we're doing in that. There is the shifting, and I want to go into that in a little more detail. As I explained earlier, it's really, really important to have a sense of how you shift your weight in Tai Chi. And you're all doing it unconsciously, but I want to make it conscious, okay? So if we can, let's do it this way, and let's start with our left leg forward, which is not what many of us have been doing. Let's start with our left leg forward, and I want you to we're in a bow step, right? So what's a bow step? Shoulders width apart at our heels. Our right foot in this case is going to be out 45 degrees, and our left foot is going to be straight. Everybody there? Now, for just a minute, let's imagine that it's an earthquake. I want you to really ground yourself in your feet. And imagining an earthquake will do that, right? Because that's what we all do. And also pretty much center you. It'll pretty much center you. Now, after doing that, I want you to straighten, gently straighten your back leg. You're not going to be able to get it straight unless it's a fairly long step, but I don't want you to take a longer step than you normally do. So if you're taking a really short step, don't worry, your back leg won't be as straight, your front leg won't be as bent, but it'll be straighter, and you'll have that sense that you can. The other thing I want you to feel is something we call dung tung in Tai Chi. I want you to feel the real connection between your feet. You have all felt this connection when you did earthquake, right? When you kind of, you relaxed your lower back and you were like, it's an earthquake. You didn't want to go anywhere and you wanted to be really centered. So I want you to sort of connect with your feet when you do. And then I want you to just be with that back leg straight. This and your spine should, in fact, in this case, be one line going down that back leg. It might be like this, it might be like this, but it won't be like this right now. Okay? So it's like this. Everybody got it? All right. Now what I want you to do is just straighten the front leg and bend the back one. And when you do, I want you to make sure that you're tucking just a little bit. You're relaxing this part back here, this your lower back back here. And then straighten your back foot. Nice. And then straighten your front foot. Straighten your back foot. Straighten your front foot. Do you see how there is more weight? You're changing the weight. You're shifting the weight very subtly between back and forward. When we say shift your weight, unless we want you to shift all your weight, it is generally speaking this kind of shifting. You are just straightening one leg and pretty much bending the other. And that's enough to get you to that 40%. Do you feel the weight difference on your feet? And do you feel that you're very centered whenever you're not sure about being centered? So I don't want you, here's an example. I don't want you, when you're shifting, it should look like this. And do you see that my hips turn just a little bit when I do it? Why are they doing that? Because if they don't turn at all, it would look like this. Do you see? My center would be moving all the way around, but we want that center centered. So we allow our hips to turn. And if you take a really long bow step, they'll turn a lot. They have to. In order for you to sort of straighten that front leg or back leg, they have to turn a lot. So you'll notice that. So make sure you're not shifting this way when you're shifting. All right? So that's the essence of shifting. Next week when we do roll back, it's going to be hard to keep yourself in the center, so we'll work on that. It's a little hard to do because it's a move that feels different. So I wanted to go through all that shifting today. And now I want us to go back and forth with from press into. So I'm going to show you one more thing about push, because it comes after press. So I have to show you the transition from press. So let's do this one more let's see, where can you see me best? This way, I think. All right, so we're gonna do our form because practice makes perfect. We're gonna do our form and get where we're gonna get, and then we're gonna turn it into press. So, opening. We're swinging out, shifting our weight, pressing a button, closing our arms and stepping, and then moving forward. That's a shifting our weight, which meant you bent that right knee and straightened the back one. And then we turned and everybody's got it. Fabulous. All right. Then right ward off. We're going to bend the right knee. You see? We're bending the knee. The knee goes over the toe there. Turning. All our weight now comes to the left. All of it, all of it, all of it, all of it. And then our arms come together and we step. So our left arm is in front of our right shoulder. Our left arm is in front of our right. Yeah, nice correction. Nice. Our left arm is in front of our right shoulder. Our right arm, yeah, nice correction. Nice correction, Erica. And yeah, and Tom. Beautiful. Beautiful. And now I am going to raise. I'm going to turn my torso to the left, raise the bird, the small bird, and pat its tail. We got it? All right. Now, I want you to take this hand, this left hand, you're in this right ward off position, and just put it up on, I'm going to show you, you don't have to move. Put it like this. See if I can show you. I hope you can see that. Put it like this. It's right, it's not in the middle of the forearm, but it's kind of near your wrist. Okay? Just put it there. Nice, nice. All right, now here's what's going to happen. You've got to get into this position, right? So your hand is here. All you're going to do is turn your chest, because your chest has also got to get square to the wall. So you're going to turn your chest and let your right arm rotate palm down. And as you do, your left arm is going to keep in contact, and they're both going to straighten and separate. And then we're going to come back over the garage door and push with that back foot. You're straightening it up the diagonal. Nice. All right, let's try that again. See if we can get to that transition again. Opening. Left ward off. Swinging right. All our weight to the right, press a button, close step, and left ward off. Right ward off. Bending that right knee, turning to the right. All our weight to the left, grabbing and pulling. Everything comes to center, close step, and right ward off. Right ward off, we would have our elbow, right elbow over our right knee. Our arm is out in front of our chest, except our chest is kind of turned to the corner. And our left hand is petting the tail of a small bird, which is perched on our right hand. There you go. All right. Then we're skipping the next two moves. And we just bring this arm, the left arm, up so that we can put it where it would be at the end of press. Nice. Everybody's got it. Then what are we going to do? We're going to turn our chest to the right so it's square to the wall. But other than that, we're not moving, except that our arms have to go somewhere because that left arm is continuing to press out. It continues in contact until it kind of gets to this point in front of you. And then your arms separate. Nice. And you do push. Bend that back knee over and up the diagonal. Nice. We're going to do it one more time, but I wanted to ask if there are any questions about that. All right. Let's do it again. We'll do it from when you've finished, you've pushed down, right? So everybody get into that I've pushed down position after opening. We're going to swing to the right, all our weight to the right, close step, and then raise that big bird as we shifted our weight actually in the direction we started. Right ward off, shifting to the right, turning, everything to center after we went left, and raise that bird. All right. And bring your hand up into the press position, and then staying where you are, feeling your feet, but staying there, don't shift. Just push a little with that left hand. How are you going to get that push? You're going to actually sort of power that, give that push energy by turning your torso square. Nice. Come back over the ball or the cabinet or whatever it is, and up the diagonal, straightening that back leg. Nice. Remember, when you go up the diagonal, you're against a person or you're against a car or something that's going to make it's your palms. Yes, nice correction. It's your palms that are pushing. All right, one more time from the very beginning. Prepare. Opening. Grasp the bird's tail, left ward off. Right ward off. Bring your hand up for press and turning your torso to the right, arms separate, coming back over the ball, up the diagonal. Nice. All right. Any comments or questions we can carry with us? All right. Good to be back with you all today. Let's close class.